Hello, my name is Ashley Citizen, and my persuasive speech is on issues regarding teens and the actions that can be taken to effectively change those issues and also make changes in the community. As teenagers, people see that period of time as an open door to the world. Yes, it is a time to find out who your inner self may be, but at the same time, it needs to have tougher restrictions, such as driving ages need to be increased from the age of 15 to at least the age of 18. Curfews need to be set and enforced with also an iron fist. Some of the reason why the driving age needs to be increased because the leading cause of death among 15 to 20-year-olds is car accidents. Even though people have taken driving tests and have also passed it, maybe with flying colors, that doesn't mean that they are mentally ready to get behind the wheel of a car. Some people are more mature than others, but some people aren't. So therefore, the age needs to be increased because there is no way that a 15-year-old could possibly be ready to handle such a responsibility like that. 16-year-olds have a higher crash rates also. 16-year-olds are more vulnerable to outside forces such as music being loud, their friends being in the car with them, and that distracts them. So that's also why the driving age needs to be increased. And 15 to 20-year-olds accounted for are 12% of fatal car crashes. Well, as I said, 15 and 20-year-olds are more vulnerable to things going on around them. Concentration is not a key in when they are driving. Concentration is the last thing that they think of. The first thing that they think of is, "Whoo, I'm about to have a good time with my friends. So let's ditch the seatbelts, turn the music up loud, and let's have a dandy old good time." But no, that will not work because that will always end up in something bad happening. Also, driving tests need to be hardened. Right now in Columbus, all you have to do, press A, B, or C on a test that's on a computer, go around 2 blocks, basically make a whole square, and then you have your driver's license. That's no way to conduct a test that will be in a vehicle that could possibly kill someone. Who learns by that? No one learns a lesson by a multiple choice test and just driving around a block. There's no way you can learn something from that. Maybe you can memorize something, but do you truly learn it? No. So that's why the driving test needs to be hardened. And it needs to be stricter also. And then by that, it could decrease the number of crashes also. And also, even though we enforce that seat belts need to be worn, people are not wearing them. I know we have this saying, "buckle up, Mississippi," but hey, no one really follows that, especially with the young people. They think it's cool to not wear a seatbelt, to drive around all recklessly and aimlessly and stuff. But who is that hurting? That's hurting them. That's not going to get anybody anywhere except in a grave. So rules need to be strict. They need to be enforced. Police officers need to be on their job. Just the other day, saw a police officer driving himself on the telephone, didn't have a seatbelt on. What kind of example is that to set for our youth? No good example at all. So that is why the driving age needs to be increased because 15 and 16-year-olds are just not mature enough to handle a motor vehicle. Also, curfews should be enforced. Yes, some people says that violates their rights and everything, but no, when you look at it, it doesn't. It secures your rights. It helps you to keep your rights. People under the age of 18 are more susceptible to gangs. Why? Like I said earlier, they are immature. People who are under the age of 18 do not need to be out at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. What is there to do for a 16-year-old to be out that late? If you have to find something to do, you need to be at home with your parents where they know you are and know you are safe. Also, it reduces minor chances that minors will be victims. Most gang related activities come from minors. Minors going against other people, trying to rebel against the law. Enforce the curfew. and then there will not be as much gang violence as there is. Also, it helps strengthen parental responsibility. If you know where your kids are, if you know that they have to be in at a certain time and they know it also, it helps you to bring a bond together. It helps you to say, I am the parent, I put my foot down, you obey me, and everything is good. So, which brings me back to my main topics. Driving ages need to be increased and enforced, such as curfews need to be enforced also. These are issues regarding teens, and it would be very helpful to enforce that because a lot of people complain about the youth these days. If you complain about it, do something about it. My name is Ashley Citizen, and this was my persuasive speech on issues regarding teens and actions that can be taken to effectively change that.